As I was approaching 40, I felt like a different person. It was like overnight, I did not recognize who I was or how I felt. I then made 5 major shifts in my lifestyle that improved my overall well-being physically, mentally, emotionally. I drastically got healthier, even better than I was before. I want to share these tips with you, so if you find yourself feeling not like yourself as we get older, the perimenopause symptoms, just a lot of stress and hormone imbalance, implementing these 5 tips will help improve your quality of life. Hi, my name is Andrea. I'm an integrative health practitioner with a passion for health and well-being. I love teaching others how we can have the best quality of life in all aspects, mind, body, and spirit. So keep watching and let me share with you 5 life-changing tips. The first one is protein, and I know we're hearing a lot about how we need to eat more protein, especially women who tend to eat less. It's actually common for women to be under-eating their protein significantly. When we are under-eating our protein, that can cause muscle loss, slow metabolism, and it can just increase our cravings. We're not satisfied, so we're craving all the bad food. When I started aiming for 120 grams of protein or more a day, I did notice a significant difference in my energy, less bloating, better skin, and stronger muscles. I did this by swapping heavy carb focused meals and just increasing them into a higher protein, higher fiber meal that was very much more satiating and healthy all around, and I just saw the improvements very quickly on while doing this. My tips on how you can do this would be start by tracking your protein now, just seeing what you're eating in your day-to-day life and tracking what you're eating as far as protein-wise to see if you need to increase that or if you're doing okay with that. And I really like to focus on whole food sources, so meat, yogurts, eggs, those type of things to really get good quality protein that your body is going to love. So my tip number 2 is reducing or eliminating grains. Now I know this can sound controversial, and just hear me out. So eliminating grains for me really did improve my brain fog, my inflammation, and my bloating. A lot of women can develop food sensitivities, and grains being one of them as we get older. So cutting grains helped me increase my energy, reduce bloating, and eliminate that inflammation in my body. My energy and how I felt improved dramatically. Like, I cannot go back to how I felt before. Even younger in my 20s, I felt more inflammation and brain fog than I do now in my 40s by reducing grains. I really wish I would have reduced grains much more earlier in life, because I really do feel like it would have eliminated a lot of the aches and pains and like mental issues that I was dealing with when I was younger. But I've done it now and I feel so good. It's amazing. So my advice to you to see if you have a grain sensitivity would be removing it for 30 days and tracking how you feel, noting any kind of positive effects that you notice in your well-being, your mental, physical well-being. And with doing this, you can just swap out the grains with potatoes, zoodles, so those are zucchini noodles, or coconut flour, almond flour, those type of wraps or breads, and see if you feel an improvement in your health and well-being. So tip number 3 is probably my favorite. I enjoy this the most, and that is strength training over 40 is a must. This is so important. And I find it fun now that I'm older, and I get into it and I like challenge myself. So let me explain. More muscle you have, the better your metabolism will be. So let's just stop there. We can eat more, the more muscle we have. Our body's metabolizing it, utilizing it, so why not? What I wish I would have known when I was younger. Oh my goodness, I used to do so much cardio and HIIT focused workouts. I rarely lifted weight over 10 pounds. I was just focused on getting my heart rate up and jumping around and doing all of these fun workouts. Once I added 3 to 4 days a week of strength training, I saw a difference in how my body looked and felt. I was stronger, I was leaner, and I was more toned. You don't need to spend hours at the gym. I don't actually work out from home, and just spending 20 to 30 minutes a few times a week on strength training, you're gonna see a huge difference very soon. You can do this by using dumbbells, kettlebells, or resistant bands. You can focus on compound moves, squats, lunges, push-ups, deadlifts, Simple things like that, and that's gonna make a huge difference as well. Tip number 4 is blood sugar balance is key for hormone balance and fat loss. Spikes in blood sugar can lead to mood swings, belly fat storage, and cravings. So keeping your blood sugar stable is going to help with your energy, your mood, and keeping your weight stable. Instead of snacking all day, I focus on high protein, healthy fat meals and snacks in between. I really do try to keep it simple because then I notice that my blood sugar just stays stable. And if I'm going to have carbs, I always pair it with protein and healthy fats, and that is going to help reduce the spike. Also, after eating, I like to walk around for about 5 minutes, maybe more if I have the time, but that's also going to help reduce your blood sugar as well. Also, I don't start my day off with a fruit smoothie or coffee right away. I like to get some protein in me first. That's going to help reduce the cravings and the blood sugar spikes throughout the day as well. So tip number 5, our last one for today, and that is sleep and stress reduction are more important than diet and exercise for fat loss. And why this matters is the lack of sleep is going to raise your cortisol, which is going to increase your fat storage, your exhaustion obviously, and your cravings are going to be stronger. Poor sleep makes it harder to stay energized, to recover, and to lose weight in general. I used to diet and exercise like crazy, but I was not sleeping and I was not recovering. And I did not understand why I was gaining belly fat. I just could not recover. My inflammation is really high. And when I started prioritizing sleep and reducing my stress, I saw a significant difference in my energy, of course, but I also noticed the inflammation going down, the weight loss happening, my recovery, and my mental health improved so much. So improving our sleep and reducing our stress can be really hard and definitely one of those easier said than done situations. And there are ways we can help, and that is creating a plan that we unwind every evening, and it's the same kind of routine that we have going on throughout the day into the evening, so that when we are ready for bedtime, our body is ready to shut off and to get sleep. So again, having a good bedtime routine, no screens, calming. I used to take baths, I used to read, it just kind of like shut off my mind as much as possible. Reducing stress, meditate, go for walks, read, listen to music that just calms my soul and my mind. It may not be easy, but with consistency, you can get into a really good routine and finally get yourself some good sleep and reduce that stress so that you can feel better, recover, and lose the weight if you want to, but just overall have better energy and well-being. I hope you found these 5 tips helpful and you can implement them in your life to help improve your quality of who you are. And as we get older, some of these things just feel like they're just what comes with the territory, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can do things to improve how you feel and how your mind is. So I hope this helps. Let me know if there's an area that you really struggle with, and let's get a conversation going in the comments. Like this video, share, and subscribe for more information along the way. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.